Anti-submarine missile as land artillery. According to a report in Military Ukraine, Militarny, a semi-official defense news site, the RBU-6000 is a Soviet anti-submarine missile launcher equipped with a fixed twin-level gun mount with 12 radially arranged barrels. Developed by the First Research and Development Center and adopted by the Soviet Navy in 1961, the system is designed to destroy enemy torpedoes and submarines. It is a common feature of Soviet-era Russia, some of its modern warships, and the Ukrainian Navy. The system fires 12 113 kilograms, 250 pounds, 213 millimeters diameter missiles. What is more interesting is that this system is a standard anti-submarine system on all classes of destroyers and frigates of the Indian Navy, including the Delhi, Rajput, Kolkata, Visakhapatnam, Talwar, Shivlik guided missile frigates and destroyers, as well as the latest Kamorta-class anti-submarine warfare ships. Will it be effective? While operating from naval warships, the RBU-6000 ships have a unique mechanism for loading ammunition from a bunker below the facility. It can be assumed that the bulky and heavy loading device would be much larger than the MTLB to fit inside it. Also, the small tracked vehicle would not provide the power requirements for the systems. Thus, the RBU-6000 installed on the MTLB will be loaded and loaded manually. It is also difficult to imagine that ASROC's Barrier fire control system, which calculates the range and trajectory of the target, will not be available. Forbes headlined: Russian Marines mount anti-submarine missile launchers on old tank chassis. One of Russia's most notorious armored vehicles is evolving. In a growing need for firepower, the Russian military last fall began mounting surplus RBU-6000 anti-submarine missile launchers, typically used to arm naval vessels, on flatbed trucks and armored MTLB tractors. The 12-round RBU-6000 is a poor weapon. While inaccurate and therefore unsuited for precision strikes, it works well for suppressing enemy forces. But by attaching 1960s-era launchers to a truck or thinly shielded MTLB missiles, the Russians risked exposing their new hybrid missile vehicles to Ukrainian fire. The RBU-6000 has a range of only a few miles, leaving anything carrying it vulnerable to mortars, anti-tank guns, and short-range drones in first-person view, not to mention heavy artillery and rockets that can reach dozens of miles. The Russian Marine Corps seems to recognize the problem and is trying to solve it, by pairing older launchers with older tank hulls, which greatly enhances their protection. A video that went viral on social media this week shows RBU-6000 launchers mounted on what appear to be T-80 tank hulls. In September, a photo surfaced on social media depicting an MTLB tractor with an RBU-6000 mounted on its chassis. At least the 13-ton MTLB tractor is a reasonably solid platform for a rocket launcher. But the same cannot be said of the next RBU-6000 vehicle, a 15-ton unarmored truck with an RBU-6000 missile mounted in its cargo bed, and apparently reinforced with timber. Frankenstein's monster appeared in November. The Eurasian newspaper headlined: Innovation or Despair? Russia mounts RBU-6000 anti-submarine missile launcher on a tracked vehicle. Submarines on a tracked chassis to be able to fire short-range unguided rocket artillery to bombard advancing troops at close range. Photos on social media showed an MLTB vehicle carrying an RBU-6000 Smerch-2 multiple launch rocket, MRL, anti-submarine missile, ASROC, as a turret. It is now assumed that explosive warheads and charges used to destroy submarines and torpedoes will be used as artillery that explodes after contact with the ground.